Hello, fellow vinyl aficionados. That's still a little bit of a tongue twister, but I'm keeping it in there. Welcome back to Racers Vinyl Fast 5. This is episode number 6. All right, back from the intro. For those that are watching for the first time, quick explanation is I've got 5 albums. They are all going to have something in common. There might be more than one thing that they have in common, but there will be at least one thing. Sometimes, most of the time, it's fairly obvious. Sometimes you might have to stretch a little bit because sometimes it might just be in my mind that ties the 5 things together, but that's the gist of it anyway. So let's get started. And this is, again, episode 6 of Racers Vinyl Fast 5. First album up is Miss Bobbie Gentry. And this one goes back a little ways to the Ode to Billy Joe. Great copy of this album. Pristine. It's an original. And I know you can't really tell, but it is in fantastic shape. Of course, everybody knows the main title track where Billy Joe McAllister jumped off a Tallahatchie Bridge. But a really good album as well. And this is a nice, stellar, clean copy that I picked up recently. So there you go. There's album number 1, Bobbie Gentry, Ode to Billy Joe. There's the front. There is the back. And it's got an album in it, so let's just pull that out of there just in case it has something to do with the back, because could be front of the album, could be back of the album, could be songs on the album, could be the artist, could be songs on the album, could be anything. Please do feel free to play along. Thank you. Up next is a little funk, a little BT Express. And you're probably going, who's BT Express? But you know the song, Do It Till You're Satisfied. I can't remember what it was selling, but I'm positive that that was a jingle, or at least the music was used for a commercial all those years ago. Anyway, BT Express, there's the front. Pretty decent album. Again, little funky, little soul. It's good. There's the back. There's the front. And this one happens to be a gatefold, which we'll show you just because. But they don't all have a gatefold. But that could be something down the line, that they do all have a gatefold. That's number 2. Number 3 is the Doobie Brothers, The Captain and Me. This was my buddy Phil's copy of this album. Phil passed away a few years ago now, but I was thankfully given all of his albums to take care of, and this was one of them. And I cherish every one of them and think of him fondly, not just when I listen to them, but especially when I listen to them. So The Captain and Me by the Doobie Brothers. There's the front. There is the back, and that's number 3. All right, number 4 is a little crooner action. Mr. Tony Bennett, and I Left My Heart in San Francisco. What can you say about Tony Bennett that's not already been said that you don't already know? So I'm just not going to say a whole bunch other than I was in San Francisco a number of years ago, and I really enjoyed it there. I liked it there. I hear it's not as nice anymore, which is unfortunate, but make sure that you check out. If nothing else, if you've never heard this album, do listen to it. You've all heard the song, but listen to the rest of it. And I don't have any, and I should seek some out myself, but him and Lady Gaga had some nice work near the end of Tony's life. So check that out. Tony Bennett, I Left My Heart in San Francisco, front, back, and yeah, there is number 4. All right, and number 5, we're going to do a little more funk. And we're going to go back to the Bay Area. This is the Tower of Power, and specifically Back to Oakland is the name of the album. If you like horns, you like the Tower of Power. If you like horns and you don't like the Tower of Power, then you don't like horns. You know what I'm saying? There's the front, there's the back, Tower of Power. Make sure you find some of their stuff if you haven't got any. I always at least recommend giving stuff a listen if you come across it. You'll know if you like it or not. So there you go. All right, so there it is. There's our 5. Tower of Power, Back to Oakland, front, back. Tony Bennett, I Left My Heart in San Francisco, front, back. Doobie Brothers, The Captain and Me, front, back. Miss you, Phil. BT Express, do it till you're satisfied. There's the front and the back. And last, but first, if that makes sense, was Bobby Gentry and Ode to Billy Joe. There you go. That's your Fast Five for today. What ties them together? Leave me a note in the comments what you think ties those 5 albums together. The other thing I'd like to ask you to do today, if you're still watching, and hopefully you are, is I need you to pick a number between 1 and 46, and then I need you to pick a second number between 1 and 30. I've got 46 different bins of albums. And within each bin, there's about 30. It's maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on the bin, but we'll go with 30. So what I want you to do, again, is a number between 1 and 46, a number between 1 and 30, and I'm going to take that album, and I am going to try and do episode 7 with that album. So in the comments, what you think ties the 5 together, and then somebody, first one that does, that's what I'll go with, and I'll see if I can pull it off between 1 and 46 and between 1 and 30. Like, subscribe, do all those other YouTubey things. Appreciate you watching. That is episode number 6 of Racers Vinyl Fast 5. Thanks again for watching.